What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? It's your boy Big Low Country. I hope that everybody out there's feeling good, feeling great on a good Saturday night. It's Saturday. Sticky, icky, icky. Oh, oh. Wait, do that one more time. Oh, oh. There it is. That first one sounded kind of rough. What's going on with y'all, man? Look, for everybody out there who don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with me, and I definitely appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. First of all, if you're watching the show after we've gone live already, make sure that you put a what in the world Bo in the chat. I definitely appreciate that because I love to see where the love is coming from. Also, if this is your first time watching us, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss us chopping it up in the future. Make sure that you hit that like button. If you hit that like button for me, I promise you I'll dance at your wedding one day. Fall Star Falcon in here said, hey man, the Pampers, they get smoked tomorrow. Uh-oh. Oh man. G12, he's in here welcoming everybody. Um, uh, feeling pretty festive today. Ah man. Grant, I said, man, hopefully a surprise visit from Big Low Conspiracy. Man, I should have hit him up. Said, what's going on, man? Hey, everybody miss you. The coaching staff misses you, man. What's going on, beloved? John Brooks, he's in here. He said, hey, Bo, I smashed that like button. Edward Jenkins, what in the world, Bo? What's going on, family? Hope you're doing good tonight, man. Drez, what's going on, man? What's going on? 3 Duddy, what's going on, family? What in the world, Bo? Dex, hashtag what in the world, Bo? That's why I love it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it, man. Lee Rawls, Big Low, how about them dogs, Bo? Dogs, Tennessee. We finna square off. Who want the cornbread the most, Bo? Nathan Floyd, what's going on, man? Matt Town, much love, my family. Lowski, what's good, man? We got our first Superman chatter tonight. Brandon Simmons says, good luck tomorrow, my brother. Well, look, man, we definitely appreciate that, Bo. We definitely appreciate that. And in response, I just want to give you that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh, man. JBM 93, much love to you, my family. Much love to you. Coach Padre's in here. You know we finna have a good time, man. Padre in here. My homeboy, big bro Rydell's in here. Matt Town. Much love, man. Much love. So basically, we're just going to chop it up a little bit tonight. We're going into the game tomorrow. Division game. So far this season, we ain't been doing too good when it comes to these division games. I'm finna go ahead and tell you. When it comes to these division games so far, it's been some hard times. Lost to the Saints. Lost to Tampa Bay. Now, the thing is that ever since we played those teams, they ain't been the same. Bo. We played the Saints. We was looking like, oh, okay, the Saints looking like they might be the Saints this year. Come to find out, they're the Saints this year. We played Tom Brady. Them, they cheated us. We ain't finna go down that rabbit hole because there ain't no rabbit down there. We played Tom Brady. We got the unnecessary roughing call. They ain't won a game since. Tom Brady done got a divorce ever since we done played him. Like, what in the world? What's going on? As a matter of fact, I seen something on Twitter earlier today, speaking of that whole Tom Brady situation. They said that the odds are forever in favor of Pete Davidson being the next person to date Gisele Bündchen. So just in case anybody was wondering, Molly Mall, Coach Padre, everybody else, Coach Ghost Peppers, if y'all were thinking about trying to slide in on Gisele, look like Pete Davidson is first in line. Oh man, look. So we're going to be playing against the Carolina Panthers. We're gonna complete our first go round when it comes to playing these division foes tomorrow. Now, the title of this particular show is can the Atlanta Falcons win the NFC South? That's the $1 million question. Look, everybody's saying, hey, the Falcons, they're not ready. You don't want to take them out too quick. Like a hot pocket, you're taking the hot pocket out of the microwave too quick, it's going to be cold in the middle. You don't want to put the Falcons in the playoffs with this young team. I hear you, Bo. I hear what you're saying. Thing is that we just want to get to the tournament. First of all, yes, you have a young team. If this young team goes to the tournament and loses, at least they got a chance to taste that playoff football. You look at this roster. How many of these guys haven't had a chance to play in playoff football? We know it's different. You know what the synonyms are? Hit different, hit different, hit that playoff football hit different, Bo. So if you do get a chance, let's go ahead and experience it. Let's go ahead and experience it. For all my young hoopers out there, y'all all know the first time y'all went to the court or y'all went to the park to play ball, and you finally got a chance to play ball with the big boys. You might not have came in and killed it, but you got a chance to see what it felt like. So moving forward in the future, you knew that, hey, the speed of this game is a little bit different. If I'm coming down the lane, I'm probably finna get hit. I'm probably finna take some licks. They box out a little bit more aggressively than they do at the little kids' court. It's just one of those situations, guys. So moving forward, I'm thinking, because I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of my skis, but I legitimately think that the Atlanta Falcons do have a chance to make the playoffs. If you look at all the other teams in the division, right? I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, and I don't know if y'all had a chance to see the quick show that I did with Big Bro Rashad out there over there at Panthers Nation Podcast. Look, right now, I feel like the Panthers might be the biggest threat to us in the NFC South. As of right now, things could change. But as of right now, New Orleans, you could ask Molly Mall yourself. They're talking about they're fielding trades for Alvin Kamara. I'm hearing that they're fielding trades for Jameis Winston. They don't know if Andy Dalton's going to be the starting quarterback or Jameis or who. So they're just kind of walking aimlessly around the bayou. Darkness, he put it in there before I had a chance to say it. They're wandering aimlessly around the bayou, Coach Lowe. Got any advice besides suicide? Yes. Keep walking. Just keep walking, Bo. Keep treading water. You look at Tampa Bay, Tom Brady, he's over there. He's getting divorces and he's trying to get alimony from Giselle because she got more money than he do. And moving forward, he's looking like he don't trust his teammates. His teammates, they're looking at him with the side eye. That's where they at. Panthers just fired their coach. But the thing is that they're going to be given different looks. So I want to ask y'all, I want to ask everybody in the chat, which team do you think is going to be the biggest opposition for the Atlanta Falcons in the NFC South? Which team do you think is going to be? I mean, I guess we could put numbers to them. If you think it's going to be the Bucks, put a 1 in the chat. If you think it's going to be Tampa Bay, put a 2 in the chat. If you feel like it's going to be the Panthers, put a 3 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all think. So if you think it's going to be the Bucks, put a 1 in the chat. If you think it's going to be the Saints, put a 2 in the chat. If you think it's going to be the Panthers, put a 3 in the chat. I just want to know. Fire Lab Studio. Nah, Bo, you ain't late. You right on time, Bo. Coach Ghost Peppers is in here. Much love to you, Bo. My mom says I be wanting to get butt naked from a team, but it's like we don't have the kids in the house, and I can't take my clothes out. Wait, what the world, Bo? Yeah, don't take clothes off with the kids in the house, man. Oh man, Dred says I don't care if we lose. I just want to see us in the playoffs. Yes, I don't care if we lose when we get there, because you very well could get there and legitimately make a run, right? I don't care if we lose. If we lose, it will be okay. It will be okay. Fire Lab Studio says, well, Mariota wins and then leads us to the playoffs and the NFC South title, that you can stop with a Ritter talk. Hey, look, if he does it, that's the thing. If he does it, look, to this day, I'm gonna go to the game tomorrow, bro. I go to every home game, got season tickets. I think that's explanation enough to show that I support Marcus Mariota. I think that's explanation enough, bro. I'm gonna be there every time he throw a first down. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Marcus. Do your thing, bro. Do your dance, Marcus. I'm gonna be there. Man, Molly Mall, he says, man, the NFC South is up for grabs, and we don't even have an arm. Man, come on, Molly Mall. Come on, Bo. Come on, man. You see, you're spoiled. That's what it is. You're spoiled. You used to things being one way, and now it's a different way. You gotta have to get used to it, Bo. Times change. It's always changes of the guards. It's the NFL, man. Ghost Pepper said death in the NFL this year seems like it's way more important than years past. And that's true. That's true. You know, it's a lot of injuries. And think about it like this right here, guys. You know, this year they said it's been a low for points scored. They said that there haven't been as many points scored as in years past. So, you know, that depth, especially on the defensive side of the ball, is going to come into play, right? It's definitely going to come into play. Sterling, what's going on, fam? Nathan Floyd. So he feels like it's one of those cases where Carolina is going to be the biggest threat to the Atlanta Falcons in the NFC South. So Coach Padre, he says, what's the question? So my question was, which team in the NFC South do you feel is going to put the most pressure or combat the Atlanta Falcons the most as far as, you know, them winning the NFC South? If you feel like it's going to be Tampa Bay, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's going to be the Saints, put a 2 in the chat. Feel like it's going to be the Panthers, put a 3 in the chat. I just want to know. Coach Grandizer, Coach Rydell, they both feel like it's going to be Tampa Bay. They feel like it's going to be the, you know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that's going to give us the biggest run. Coach Padre, he says, what's the question again? I just asked that. Yeah. So Ghost Pepper says Andy Dalton, the red BB gun. he done went from the red rifle to the red sawed-off shotgun to the red Desert Eagle to the red 9mm to the red BB gun to the red blow gun. Like what in the world, boy? What is we doing? Oh man. AJ says, I'm just laughing about the Saints think that they can just get their first round pick back by trading Alvin Kamara. Hey, this ain't a Ritter player. This ain't a Ritter player situation. Also, it's like anybody can see that Alvin Kamara is not the same guy that he used to be. Now, I don't know if it was just the system that he was in with Drew Brees and Sean Payton. I mean, he's a good running back. Don't get me wrong, but he's not that guy anymore. I mean, I could almost verify that Saints fans could tell you that. They'll tell you he's not that guy. He's not going to get you 175 yards, scrimmage yards, like 11 out of the 17 weeks. Like that he's not going to do that consistently. Coach Padre said, stop with the Ritter talk. We haven't won a single game because of them, but lost a couple that way. Hey, Bo, you already know. Jay says, what's up, beloveds? How y'all beloveds doing and feeling on this Sunday fun day night tonight? Let's get this W tomorrow and stay in first place, beloveds. We can't go 0-3 tomorrow, man. Hello. Look, starting off 0-3 in the division, that would definitely hurt. That would definitely hurt. So look, we definitely got to get on the good foot. The only positive that I could take from last week is that we lost to an AFC team. You know, so with that being said, we need to make sure that we could get these NFC South wins by any means necessary. Because I'm going to tell you something, Bo. Whenever we get late in the season, you know, week 16, week 17, each one of these NFC South games, we're going to wish we had. We're gonna wish we had. Sterling says, Sterling Woods, Fire Lab Studios, Sterling and Fire Lab Studios, they both say they think it might be the Carolina Panthers that will give us the so basically, I think a lot of people are saying Carolina is one of those situations, guys, where we have to acknowledge that this is a big game. This game is a big deal. MacTown, he says 3, the trenches. Look, that's what everybody always goes back to, the trenches. Well, what we need to fix on this low, man, we just need to fix them trenches, boy. If we fix the trenches, we in there. We good to go. Jay says 3, because Carolina Panthers done beat everybody in the division but us. And that's true, Dre. I didn't think about that. They done beat the Saints. They beat Tampa Bay. But now they finna run up on us, and they gonna come running over here, but they gonna be limping back by the time we get finished with them. Dres says 3 because they have to fight for their spot after they traded away Christian McCaffrey, and that's true. That's true. Dante Foreman, he's going to be the guy tomorrow. So Redrick. Chuba Hubbard, he's going to be sitting down. So we know Dante Foreman. We know what he could do. He's a big bruising back that got some speed to him. He was Caleb Huntley before Caleb Huntley, basically. So we're gonna have to make sure that we put hats on the ball. Redrick, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? Molly Moss says, if we trade Alvin Kamara, I'm calling the NAACP on Dennis Allen. Y'all don't want to let that Atlanta boy go, do you, Molly Moss? Oh man, Coach Padre, he also thinks that the Panthers will give us the biggest risk. Down South Georgia boy says, what's going on, boss? It's been a minute since I've been on in one of your live chats. Hey man, well, I definitely appreciate you for coming on and chopping it up with us, man. Definitely. D Coleman's in the house. He says, what's happening, Coach? I'm watching you and the Paul Silver fight in between screens. Well, look, make sure that you give us an update on what's going on with Jake Paul. Is he keeping his nose clean against Silver? Because I heard Silver, he done got knocked out 2 times just preparing for this fight. So let me know what's going on, man. Definitely. Trey said, Coach, no, you a fool. Hey, man, you know how we do. D. Coleman says, I might saw the snail if PJ throws for 300. Man, but see, the thing is that, look, your DB room is so thinned out, right? I mean, your DB, like last week when I was watching the game, I was legitimately thinking we might need to put Avery Williams in at DB because, everybody had gone down. So I could see PJ going for 300. I could legitimately see it. DJ Moore, I don't know if y'all had a chance to watch the show that I did with Big Bro Rashad. DJ Moore, this is his reemergence season. He's coming out of the cocoon. We don't really know what he is, but everybody's been telling us for years. Rashad and Dave been telling us for years that DJ Moore is the real deal. He said that they just been saying that Matt Rule just kind of clipped his wings. So we ain't had a chance to see his pretty wings. His pretty wings. We ain't had a chance to see pretty wings yet, Bo. I was wrong. You were right. We ain't had a chance to see him yet. So now moving forward, is he going to be that guy that gets the 10 targets per game? Because let's see here, I'm just taking a look. Here. The words of Papa Country. Let's see, said the blind man. talking to his deaf daughter on the telephone. So last week, looking at DJ Moore, he had 10 targets, 7 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown. So I mean, we know he's not had that type of he hasn't had that type of target share in a long time. Whenever he did, he went off. I don't know if y'all remember the first game last season. DJ Moore got like 17 targets. He went for like 180 something yards. So we know he's capable of doing it. They just didn't throw him the ball. So I mean, look, let's just look at the numbers. First of all, we got a first, guys. Look, I guess monkeys do fall out of trees sometimes, coaching staff. I just want to let y'all know the Atlanta Falcons are favored to win this game. Where in the world? Originally, they had us at 6.5. As the injuries and everything became apparent, they dropped it down. We're favored by 4 points. Favored by 4 points to win. So just looking at this, as far as points per game, the Atlanta Falcons, we're 12th in the league. You know, without a passing game, we're 12th in the league. With 23.3 yards. Carolina, they're 27th. I mean, at 23.3 points per game. Carolina, they're 27th with 17.7 points per game. Now, check this out right here, though. As far as passing the ball, we both ain't good. We both bad. We down bad together. The Falcons are 31st in the league. Carolina's 28th. You know, we average 168 yards per game throwing the ball. Panthers, they average 188 yards per game. Now, we're still 5th in the league at 156 yards per game running the ball. Panthers with 102. But if we look at the defensive side of the spectrum, we allow 306 yards through the air per game, guys. 32nd, dead last. Y'all remember that old Biggie Small song back in the day? You're dead wrong. Yo, Big, you're dead wrong. Well, we dead last. The Falcons are dead last. That's what we are. Carolina, they give up 231 yards per game through the air. You know, whenever I look at numbers, I always look to see how many yards they let go on the ground. They allow 120 yards on the ground. So, you know, there's a possibility. They're 20th in the league. So there's a possibility where we could get something done there. So, look, it's one of those situations where I'm eager to see how it goes. Sterling Wood says, look at Maxwell. Reggie says, any chance Mariota will get more than 10 completions in this game? That's what they need to make a bet in Vegas on. Can Mariota get 10 completions in a game? Because this is Bo. Hard times, Bo. Hard times. What's going on? Prove it. Raymond Collins in here. Hello. What's going on, Bo? Oh, man. Now, down south Georgia boy, he says Oliver can play corner, but don't know if he'll be too cautious with that previous injury. Now, the thing is with Isaiah Oliver, if y'all have kept up with me, the thing is that he's a good nickel corner. He's good on the inside, but leaving Isaiah out there on that outside like that, where he's not going to have as much safety help. You playing with fire, Bo. You're playing with fire. That's like playing with fire with gasoline draws on. You just don't want to do it. You just don't want to do it. I wouldn't want to put him out on the corner by himself. But look, man, it's one of those situations. It's one of those situations. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. D. Coleman says, it's them linebackers getting roasted like doggone brisket. Hey, man. The passing game on defense, offense and defense, it's like whenever the ball goes in the air, it's never really that good for the Atlanta Falcons. I've never been so happy to see handoffs in my life. I'm just being completely honest with y'all, Bo. It's hard times. False Start Falcon says, I think they're going to air it out this game. Man, but you know what, though, False Start Falcon, the crazy thing is that, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I predicted that they were gonna air it out in the Seattle game. And I don't know how many of y'all listen to Young Dro. I'm a huge Young Dro fan. Air this thing out. And that's what they did. They had to air it out. I predicted that. We kept running the ball against Cleveland. We kept running the ball against San Francisco. I was like, hey, I think we might air this thing out against Cincinnati. We didn't air it out. I mean, so I was like, hey, we might have to air this thing out against Tampa Bay. Didn't really air it out, right? So I would like them to air it out. There's been a whole bunch of talk after last week. And we know one thing, that Arthur Smith, I mean, let's be honest. Arthur Smith, he's a reactionary guy. As much as he claims that he's not, talks about how this is a fantasy football and he's doing what he wants to do with the team. He sure talks about, the things that people are saying a lot. I want to think that he would try to do it. Especially after last week, whenever everybody's asking, like, does he just not trust Marcus Mariota? Like, what's going on? You're down by 18, and you're just running the ball. So I don't know. I don't know. So I want to ask y'all: do you feel like the Atlanta Falcons will air this thing out a little bit more tomorrow? If you feel like they will air it out a little bit more, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where, we just gonna stick to the plan, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know. I just want to know. My homeboy Saint Doug, he says, Big Low, PNP camp said they confident they'll get the win. What in the world, Bo? Hey man, look. Hey, I don't know. Look, that's a good thing to be confident. They got new energy. I don't know if y'all seen Rashad. He was bouncing off the wall. I like, okay, Rashad, I see you, Bo. Like the new little swag that you got there. The real Terrence, he says, hey, Big Low Country in chat. I feel like the reason we are bad in the passing game is because of Marcus Mariota can't throw. He's not trusting himself to throw the ball. I don't know, but you know how sometimes it's like, it's one of those situations where the D-COVID, yeah, you already know what time it is. Boy, y'all look scary. West Side, Bankhead. They want from. Hey, anyway. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it's one of those situations where, things just become obvious, and we can tell by your actions that there's something going on. If you in the club and you dancing like this right here, and the DJ say, put your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. You know what that's telling me? I'm just looking at your actions. That's telling me that you musky. His right guard went left. His secret, telling all his secrets on him, like Alicia Keys. And he ain't putting his hands up, getting down. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. It's the same thing with Marcus Mariota and Arthur Smith. There's something going on in the passing game because you just completely refuse to throw the ball. So they in the club dancing, because they sitting in class like that. Seeing people sitting in class like this right here the whole time. Like, hey, raise your hand, Big Low, if you feel like you got the answer. Because look, they musky. They stink. Oh man. Oh man, D. Cobra, he feels like the Saints are going to be the biggest threat to the Falcons in the NFC. Well, wait a minute. I'm sorry. This is for the passing game. So I said, if you feel like that, and y'all let me know, was 1, if you feel like we will air it out, and 2, if you, yeah, that's what it was. So Captain Omega feels like we're going to air this thing out. He feels like, we're going to air it out. D. Coleman, he said, hey, man, we sticking to the plan. We sticking to the plan. Ain't nothing changing. JGP, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? Dres says, hey, man, we sticking to the plan. Edward said, we finna air this thing out. Down South Georgia boy Said we're finna air this thing out. Rydell says we just gonna keep running it. Sterling Woods, he says 1 and 2 balance. See, and that's what we all want. We all want balance. I'm not saying whenever I say we're gonna air this thing out, I'm keeping this within the confines of what we've seen so far, right? I'm keeping this within the confines. So whenever I say air it out, I mean we might throw the ball 20 times. That's what I'm saying. And the crazy thing is, it's still not gonna be balanced, but you know, is it gonna be one of those cases where the ball's gonna see the air a little bit more? Lee Rawls, Coach Padre, said, "Hey man, it is what it is." JGP said he just got finished watching the Saints round table with Big Q and the homies. Well, I appreciate you for coming over and chilling out with us, man. What Big Q talking about over there? Fire Last Studio says 1, but it's going to be more balanced. Still got to run a lot. Hopefully, we throw over 25 with at least 20 completions. If that happens, that would be perfect. You know, that would be perfect. That'll be great. I would love if that would be the case. Raymond Collins says, "Low, do you think Marcus Mariota play action too much? It might loosen them up a little bit. Look, anything to loosen them up, I'm good for. Let's try." Yeah, Malik Willis, he's getting the start this weekend. Gibson Acoustic says they need a pass aggressive. They need to pass aggressive off the jump, catch them off guard. They know what the run game is. Seize the element of surprise. And we've actually tried to do that. And that's a good point, Gibson Acoustic. I mean, they know what we can do. Now let's do something that catches them off guard. Ghost Pepper says 2. Arthur loves driving in the rain with the slick ball tires. Look, man, you gotta love Arthur. Arthur said he gonna ride this thing out. Losky said the speed sticks slowed down. Gibson Acoustic says 1. He feels like we'll throw the ball a little bit more. Redrick says 2. Arthur, he's just too stubborn. He gets caught up in his. He gets caught up in himself. He just get too stubborn sometimes. Raymond Collins, he also agrees. D. Coleman says, Marcus, check. Pitts at the wide receiver. I can't do this no more. Check to a run. Pitts call a timeout himself. Like, hey, get in there. I'm not doing this no more. Trade deadline on Tuesday. Oh man, Big Game Sports Buzz. What's going on, Big Game James? Much love to you, Bo. Shouts out to my brother, Big Game James, man. Talks about all kind of sports, all over the scope of the sporting world. Former NFL lineman. Y'all make sure that y'all go subscribe to him. He's almost at 1,000, guys. Help Big Bro get to 1,000. Jared J. He said we need to start off fast. You're right, man. Coach Brandon Levy. He said, look, we need to feed these receivers. These boys walking around, their ribs are showing. their ribs are showing, bro. Darkness is in here. He says Saints are not sending up the white flag yet, Coach Lowe. But I am somewhat confused by those signs that say who that going to rise up. Oh, hey, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I ain't seen that one. Oh, man. Fire Lab Studio, he says, look, the passing game isn't just Mariota. The O-line is terrible in pass blocking. This has a lot to do with the direction and style that we play. And you know what, Coach? I completely understand that. The passing game, a whole lot of things have to come together. First of all, in our case, we have to hike the ball appropriately. A quarterback has to take the hike and secure it. I mean, look, he's literally falling down doing this drop. So he has to make sure he goes through the drop and not fall down. Offensive line has to block appropriately, and we have to throw it to the correct spot and catch it. Like, all of those things have to go in place. It's a whole lot easier to just hand the ball off and let our big guys maul and try to get some first downs that way. So I mean, maybe it's one of those cases, just like you said, there's just too many things that need to go right. That's right, man. First place, Coach B. First place. First place swag, Bo. You already know. You already know. Yeah. I heard about that. Alvin Kamara, they shopping them to the Eagles. What are they going to do with all those running backs, though? Like, first of all, don't trade Alvin Kamara to the Eagles. I got Miles Sanders on my fantasy team. I don't need Alvin Kamara vulturing his touches. That's just from the selfish point of view for me. But the Eagles, the boys, they ring shopping. They ring shop. Look, and we see this every year. You get that team, they come out like their hair on fire, and then they fade out. It's like, man, come on, Bo. I know that y'all feeling yourself. I seen somebody, there was a content creator on YouTube. I seen earlier today. They was like, is this the greatest Eagles team ever? Like, calm down, Bo. You 7 games in. Calm down. Is this the greatest Eagles team ever? Oh man. Gibson Acoustic says, why they got Pitts, the unicorn, pulling the plow, man, Bo. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you, Bo. They need to take that Bo out there to the Kentucky Derby. Let that man run. Let that unicorn run, Bo. Oh man, they got that man plowing up the soil with his unicorn horn. Like, no. Oh man, that thing need to be in the wind. Look, I do need y'all to do a favor for me. Look, if you're happy that the Atlanta Falcons are first in the division, and you need a way to express it, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if you're a fan of the Saints or the Bucks, Panthers, you're not happy that the Atlanta Falcons are first in the division right now, and you want it to be your team, you need a way to express it. Hit the like button. Either way, you hit the like button. Oh man, Brian Peoples, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with your man, Captain Omega? Yeah, man. We gotta feed Pitts. His ribs are showing. MJ Edwards, he says we can air it out if you scheming. OZ is mid-play threat. Bird runs a 4-2, a 4-2-6. He says put him on the post cross field. Move Pitts out wide in formation to get that safety out the box and to open up the run game. I mean, yeah, sometimes you got to get a little creative with it. See, and thing is, you ain't even mentioned Drake. Then they said Drake London's like the fifth ranked wide receiver in PFF. So I mean, Drake, he's doing his thing. We're just not giving him any opportunities. 1 target last week. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Wait a minute. D. Copeland says, update on the power fight. CO main event. Knockout. First minute of round 1. Wait a minute. Who got knocked out, Coach? Let me know. MJ said, oh, he ran out of care. It's no problem, Coach. I know where you were going, Coach. I know where you were going. But yeah, I mean, but you definitely make good points. Like, let's scheme it open. We want to see the offensive genius. That's what we want to see, right? That's the reason why we got you in here. We want to see the offensive genius, Coach Arthur Smith. We know that you got it in you, and I know that sometimes. Look, I tell you what, we're gonna go with this whole offensive genius, this whole offensive genius narrative. I know that genius takes time sometimes, right? Sometimes genius takes time. Sometimes it happens immediately. You got the people who bam, I got something for you. Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, they walk in the booth, bam, I got something. I don't need to write it down. I just give it to you out the dome. Some genius, it just happens instantly. Sometimes genius takes time. Kendrick Lamar takes him 2 years to write an album. He writes it, he makes the album, you don't know what he's talking about. But you're like, man, that's genius though. So, it's one of those situations. Sometimes genius is immediate. Sometimes it takes a minute to build the genes. And we might not understand it until years later, right? So look, we respect you, Coach Arthur Smith. We just want to see the results. We just want to see the results. That's all we saying. That's all we saying. Coach Granddaughter says 3 more likes to 50. Please get the likes past 50. I appreciate that, Coach Granddaughter. Gibson Acoustic says I hit the like button hard. That's what I'm talking about, Bo. That's what I'm talking about. Brian People says hit the like button so Lo can do the Cabbage Patch at your wedding. That's it. That's it, Bo. That's it, man. That's it. D. Kobe, yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Put these suckers on me like who? Jared J says, do you think this new secondary will play better since Carolina doesn't have too many elite wide receivers like the Bengals? I think the secondary will play better. I feel like one of the main reasons why they played so bad is because so many people went down, in such a short period of time. And Armstrong, he didn't have an idea that he was going to be playing in this game. Seems like he should have though, right? Since it was one of those cases where AJ Terrell was hurt with the hamstring. They should have really coached him up and said, "Hey, look, you might very well be getting in there." But I feel like since they have a whole week to prepare for it, and since they got their draws burnt off last week, I feel like they have a chance. I feel like they'll do a little bit better. And the big difference between PJ Walker, Derek Moore, Ian Thomas, and Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. There's a huge difference. Huge difference there. But yeah, Jared, that's a good question though. It's also good. It's that dun, 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 that's a Superman chat. I appreciate that, fam. Appreciate that. Padre also with the Superman chat says, Coach Lowe, which Falcons player needs to show up for us to secure the W? Because Coco Melon Patterson said, Coco Melon Patterson. Boy, y'all just okay. What Coco Melon? I thought we ran out of work. Anyway, Coco Melon Patterson still sidelined. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. I'm gonna keep it simple and plain for you, Coach. I'm gonna keep it simple and plain for you. Who needs to step up? Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota needs to step up. Right? I mean, look. I'm putting it to you like this right here, Coach. San Francisco game, yeah, we won 28-14. Marcus Mariota didn't have to throw. Like, the team was just that dominant. We won the turnover battle. We run the running game battle. He just didn't have to throw. But you remember last week when I did the pep rally, I said, hey, every game isn't going to be like that. You get different circumstances throughout the game. So what happens whenever you're just not running over the team and you're not getting turnovers? You're going to have to throw the ball. You got to give them a different look. Even if you're not good at it, you got to give them a different look. So the person that I need to step up the most, I need Marcus Mariota to step up and do his thing, bro. I need him to do it. Coach Ghost Pepper says, never mind the pass blocking. Mariota is a bona fide scrambler. At least that was the narrative heading into the season. Having a mobile quarterback is supposed to mask poor pass blocking. I mean, I don't know why I'm supposed to say that, Coach. Yes, but yes, that's exactly what the narrative was the whole offseason. Well, hey, he can move. Like, he can run. Look, we know that he can run. I know that if he's running for his life, it's not going to work. The thing about football is everybody meet their maker after a while. You keep running around there. You keep running around looking crazy if you want to. Barbecue ribs is for dinner, bro. Ribs get put on the grill. You keep running around there. You keep running around. It's just one of those things, man. JJ the Great, he said, hey, man, I'm sorry I'm late. What's going on? Hey, Bo, you right on time, coach. You right on time. Anytime you get a chance to come out and chill out with us, we definitely appreciate it. ATLGA Faithful, much love, my brother. Hope you're doing good tonight, man. Brandon Levy says, Kyle Pitts breakout Sunday? You know what, coach? That's a good question for the chat. It's a good question for the chat. Chat, coaching staff, does Kyle Pitts break out tomorrow? If you feel like he's going to have does he have his best game of the season tomorrow? If you feel like he does, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like Kyle Pitts is going to have another 3 catch, 9-yardish kind of game, put a 2 in the chat. But I just want to know, because so far his best game has been Seattle whenever they got him the ball early. So if you feel like he's going to have a breakout game tomorrow, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's going to be the same thing we've been seeing, put a 2 in the chat. Brandon, Coach Mr. Scissors, I know that you went to Halloween as Freddy Krueger, because you always come with the scissors. That's that dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Appreciate that, Coach. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, do y'all feel like Kyle Pitts gets his man? He says unicorn sighting. Barbecue Shop says, I'm up early in Kuwait. Much love to you, Bo. Getting up early, chilling out with us. We definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely. Granddaughter says, hey, Big Low, it's Halloween. Can we see your Thriller dance? If you get past 60 likes. If we get past 60 likes, I hit that Thriller for you. Oh, man. ATLGA Faithful. Hello. There you go. Oh, man. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Coach Pepper says, thank you, Coach. JJ Ayers is in here. He says, Mariota needs to step up or step aside. We can't squander this opportunity with subpar quarterback play. What in the world, Bo? I completely agree with you, Coach. I completely agree with you. If you're going to do it, Bo. You're going to do it. JJ the Great says, I feel like Pitts is going to have a good game tomorrow. Just a gut feeling. Okay. So, on my fantasy team, I did draft Pitts. I got him in the second round. That feels like a very bad pick as of right now. But I've never taken him out of my starting lineup, besides from when he was hurt. I've been starting him every week saying, oh, man, maybe this is the week. And besides that Seattle game, it hasn't been the week. I listened to the coaching staff. Coaching staff like, go ahead and pull the trigger, coach. I was like, you know what? I got you. And I'm riding it out, guys. I'm hoping that this is the week. Xavier Herndon, Sterling Woods, MJ Edwards, JJ the Great, Poncho. They all feel like this is the week for Kyle Pitts. D. Coleman says, hey, pump your brakes there, Ghost Rider. Now, calm down now. You're getting out ahead of your skis. Coach Brandon Levy, Grandizer, Captain Omega. They feel like this is the week right here. They feel like this is the time. ATLGA Faithful says too. I'm trying to work a reverse jinx here. Okay, I'll take it. Nathan Floyd said it ain't happening. A-Month says it ain't happening. Coach Padre says it ain't happening. Pitts only going to break out of jail or in hives. He said it ain't happening. Brian Peoples, he said, hey, Bo, go ahead and run it. It's unicorn time. Edward Jenkins, he says, yeah. He says he's going off. He's going off. JJ Ayers said it ain't happening. Brandon Levy said he went to Halloween as Edward Scissorhands. That's who I was thinking about, Edward Scissorhands. I don't know where I got Freddy Krueger from. He got the little claws. Yeah, that's it. You tell I watched those scary movies growing up. I was too scared. I was too scared to watch a scary movie, boy. Oh man. Yes, but you're right, Coach Brandon Levy. You got to get those receivers involved, and you got to keep them invested. Yeah, man, that Georgia Tennessee game is going to be a very, very good game. It should have been a primetime game. Um, if it would have been a primetime game, the old coach would have considered going out there to between the hedges. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it's gonna be a lit game. It's gonna be a lit game. Coach Dre says, Coach Low, aka Beloved. So when you gonna let us meet Big Low Conspiracy, Beloved? Hello, hey man, I'm gonna have to hit old cuz up and see what he's talking about. I'm gonna have to hit him up. Barbecue Shop says, I just want the W. Period. Hey, that's what I want, Bo. When I say W, I ain't talking about W sauce. I just want the W. I just want to eat the dub. You know, because I'm gonna tell you something. As far as like this whole quarterback situation, why can't we ever not have a polarizing quarterback situation? Right? Matt Ryan. Some people loved him, some people hated him. Right? Marcus Mariota. Like, some people ready for him to move on. Some people are saying, hey, we could win with this guy. Like, why can't we ever just be like, okay, this is the guy? You know, it's like Lamar Jackson. I don't hear people saying, yeah, you know, Lamar Jackson, he's just not the guy. Or, you know, I don't hear their fan base arguing on whether or not he's the guy. I just don't hear that. I just don't hear that. Denver Broncos. Everybody saying Russell Wilson ain't the guy. Everybody saying it. That's just what it is. Tampa Bay. You know, they're saying Tom Brady, we rolling with Tom Brady. But we always have the polarizing quarterback situation. You know, my whole thing is that we don't want to be like the Saints. Like the Saints are right now with Jameis Winston. And, you know, Saints fans, I ain't trying to knock you, but I'm going to tell you something. The situation with Jameis Winston is the figurehead for I can fix him. I mean, if you watch this channel over the years, y'all know I've been a big Jameis Winston advocate. I said for years, like, hey, he was in a bad situation in Tampa Bay. He couldn't get it together. He get with Sean Payton. Sean Payton, he gonna fix him. Here we are. You know, he kept getting hurt. And, you know, we can't blame that on Jameis. But whenever he had his opportunity, Jameis didn't play that good. So now is at a point where it's like, you know, everybody gonna be like, oh, girl, I can fix him. You know, he a dog and everything, but I can fix him. Like, sooner or later, you have to just let that dog be a dog. At the end of the day, you have to let that dog be a dog, bro. so that's what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to avoid the situation where it's like, okay, we're at week 16. Marcus Mariota only throws for 80 yards, and we got a chance to go to the playoffs. And we're like, okay, so this is what we're gonna roll into the playoffs against, you know, against the New York Giants. This is what you know what I'm saying? This is what we gonna do. What's going on, Big Q? Big Q says, shouts out to my boy Big Low, Coach Ron and the coaching staff. We appreciate you, Big Q. Much love to you, my big brother. Hey, shouts out to Big Q, man. Y'all make sure if y'all want to get some inside information on the Saints and see what they're talking about over there, go subscribe to the Pro Media Network, New Orleans Saints News. Real good content. I'm gonna tell y'all something. You gotta watch one of their. Whenever Big Q watches the game live, you got to watch it with him. It's great. He needs to be a broadcaster because this dude is legit. And I do have an announcement. We're actually going to be doing the roundtable on Thursday. So the NFC South roundtable on Thursday. So y'all make sure you clear your calendars out. You know, we know how much y'all enjoy it. So we're gonna bring it to y'all on Thursday. So y'all make sure that y'all look out for it. But yeah, we don't want to be a situation where we're saying, hey, we can fix them, right? Fire Lab Studio says, I believe Mariota knows he got to play better than last week. I believe we will see more of a complete offense this game. I'm hoping that you're right. Because the last time we played Carolina in the Benz, it was a terrible game. I don't know if y'all remember this last year. I forgot what the score was, but that was the worst. That was the most offense anemic game I've ever seen the Atlanta Falcons play. It was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, I've never seen nothing like it. But Fire Lab Studios, I appreciate your comment. That's that dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Much love to you, family. Much love to you. Definitely, man. Captain Omega, he says, what do you think we will be looking like right now if we had Calvin Ridley? It'll be the same thing. It'll be the same thing. You have a Ferrari, but you ain't got no gas to put in it. Same thing, bro. Calvin Ridley get 2 targets. So that means you're gonna have to split. That means you're gonna split those 13 targets up among Calvin Ridley, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Olamide Zaccheaus. It's actually a good thing he's not playing. Because that'd be even more frustrating. You'd be like, man, we got this guy who's a doggone route running wizard out here, and we were not getting him the ball. That'd be even more frustrating. Barbecue Sauce says, facts, our fan base tries to find a reason to complain. JJ, you're right. Yeah, bro. It's like we try to find a reason, and we just don't. I'm getting tired of it, right? It's like, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the Twitter Spaces. I listen to the Twitter Spaces, and it's like, first of all, I go listen to them, and it's like people get so emotional. Everybody's trying to prove their point. I'm sitting here like, look, man, it ain't even that serious. It's like, at the end of the day, this is one of those situations where we watch football and sports as entertainment. You taking this a little bit more serious than you need to. People yelling, people fussing at each other, calling people out of their name, all about Marcus Mariota being a quarterback, and somebody has a difference of opinion than you do. I don't know if it's a situation where you want to feel like you're smarter than somebody else, so it's like I get on there, I try to talk, and, it's like, oh, let me back up because people just get a little too emotional. I don't deal with conflict well, Bo. I don't deal with conflict too well. People start getting emotional. I just be like, all right, man, you got it, big dog. I ain't trying to, I ain't really trying to do this. I got too much good in. Too much good in. Oh man. I am a person that says, look, man, we got to get this win tomorrow. It's our biggest game of the year so far, and it decides if we can take control of the NFC South. You are completely right. I'm a person because if we get this win, we could go up a game and a half. That's huge. That's huge. You go up a good game and a half. And don't forget, you got embarrassed last week. I'm going to be completely honest with you. When I go back and I look at what a team has done, this is me as a coach, and I see that a team like got embarrassed one week and they come back and let's say they lose handily the next week. I'm looking at them. I'm like, okay, that team doesn't have as much resolve. I mean, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I said, okay, this team doesn't have as much resolve. They're not mentally tough. There's possibly quitters on this team, or they're just a bad team. So I want to see how we come back. Like, do we come back with an edge, with a chip on our shoulder? Because I'll be completely honest with y'all. And y'all let me know if I'm wrong. The week before last, after San Francisco lost to the Falcons, and this past week, it's been 2 separate worlds. It's been 2 separate worlds. Everybody's been quiet as far as the Atlanta Falcons fans go. Everybody's been a whole lot more quiet this week than they were last week. It's like everybody's trying to figure out, oh, wait a minute. Are we legit or not? Well, this is your chance to show that you're legit. This is it. Like a Michael Jackson tour. This is it. Y'all know that about that. Understand. Y'all know that. I'm the light of the world. This is it right here, bro. Oh, man. Coach Ghost Pepper says, Coach Lowe, since we want more out of the passing game, why do some people assume we want Arthur Smith to abandon the running game and want Mariota to be the second coming of Joe Montana? Coach, I don't know. I just want a balanced offense. I just want a balanced offense. If I can get an offense that and you can run the ball more than you pass, that is perfectly fine with me. But all of this throwing 13 times and running 48, you getting blown out by 18, you only run 13. It don't make no sense, Bo. Show me where the sense is. It just don't make no sense to me. But once again, it's like the actions always tell me what's going on with you. So if you in the club, you in the club dancing, we gonna hook up tonight. Spaceships fly. We gonna get one more tonight. But you ain't got no hands up. Bet you'll see stars. Bet you ain't dance like that. There's something wrong. You musky. We don't gotta go smell you. We know what it is. We know what it is. Because your actions telling all the your actions do it all the smelling for us. Don't nobody dance like that unless you doing the bank head bow. Unless you do it, there ain't nobody dancing like that, bro. Tyler Lafferman says, Coach, do you think we need a quarterback first round or finally some D? I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Coach. I don't think we need to draft a quarterback in the first round. Just like Coach Brandon Levy said a few minutes ago, let's see what Desmond Ridder can do. Why not? I want to see what Ridder can do. Ridder might be your answer at the quarterback, right? Ain't no need in getting naked, taking a Bryce Young. See, because look, CJ Stroud, he's doing a whole bunch of great things at Ohio State right now. He's doing some nice things. But number one, we know about those Ohio State quarterbacks. But I'm gonna tell you, it's like you still got a guy from Ohio on your roster that we haven't seen what he's capable of in the NFL. The kid's different. Like whenever I watch him do interviews, whenever I watch him lead the team, in the preseason, I understand you don't got first string talent on the field whenever he was playing, but the kid was different. I felt more confident with him behind center than with Marcus Mariota. This was in the preseason before we seen any regular season games. I felt more confident. He act like he knew what was going on more. Marcus Mariota, he was running around like a chicken with his head cut off. If the first read wasn't there, the read that was designed for him to be open, if it wasn't there, he starting to run around. Like, nah, like this, play quarterback. If you need to run, but play quarterback. I mean, that's just one of those things. Ray said the math ain't math. Yes, sir. I will definitely be at the Benz tomorrow, Coach. I'll be there with bells on, family. I'll be there with bells on. Tremel says, we gonna get the brakes beat off of us. Carolina tomorrow. He says, yeah, I said Carolina. You heard it here first. What in the world? Oh man. Edward says, what time is the round Thursday? I think that round table, I believe we're gonna do it 8:00 Eastern time. 8:00 Eastern time. So make sure you put it in your calendar, and we'll put it up a little bit early so y'all can know that it's coming. I'm a person that says, Coach Lowe, we can't bring Ridder in just yet. We have potential to win the division and make the playoffs. We can't take any chances right now. We got to stick with Mariota unless it gets really bad. Oh yeah, I understand that. I think because I was asking the question about they were asking that we should take a quarterback in the first round next year, and I was like, I don't think we should take a quarterback because you still got Ridder, and if we ride it out with Mariota, I want to see what Ridder's capable of next year. Coach Brandon Levy, he says Ridder was the better quarterback during the preseason. I want to know what y'all think. Y'all feel like Ritter was a better quarterback? If you feel like Ritter was a better quarterback, put a 1 in the chat. You feel like Mariota was a better quarterback, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know. Chosen One says, should we make a move in free agency? And if yes, for who? Well, I don't know who else is going to be available, Coach, but you definitely need some help on the defensive line. We've tried to develop guys so much, and it just hasn't worked, man. You know, as we had this conversation, Marlon Davidson is no longer an Atlanta Falcon. So it's like we've continuously tried to get somebody to come in and rush the quarterback. You know, you've got guys who, you know, came on, their first words in the NFL were curse words, talk about getting to the quarterback and then blaming it on the grandmother, right? You got guys who a guy gets drafted. He said, so the thing I love about football, when I get a chance to hit a man and beat up another man and I don't get locked up for it, you know, that's why. So I get a chance to take that man and take advantage and beat up that man and take advantage of that man, and I won't get locked up for it. And here we are, no longer on the team. So let's just get somebody who we've seen do it. Let's just get somebody who we've seen get it done before. So, so yeah, I want somebody on the defensive line, Coach. Dexter Flash, Coach Dre, Coach Poncho, Captain Omega, they all feel like, hey man, they feel like it's one of those cases where the Desmond Ritter played a little bit better ball. Brandon Levy says, Bradley Chubb Wubbless. Bradley Chubb to the ATL. I would love that. Willie Osborne says, yeah, man. Says that he feels like Ritter looked better. Brian People says, I can't really answer that. D. Coleman says, at Nathan Floyd, center, guard, middle linebacker, and nose tackle need to be addressed via the draft for free agency for day 3 of the draft, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, I could definitely see that. The center position is definitely looking rough. Ghost Peppers, Brandon Levy, JJ the Great, they all agree. They feel like Ritter just looked better. Darkness says, simple question. Why is Mariota still in? He is really bad. Well, I mean, look, Coach, number one is one of those cases where, you know, Mariota, he's Arthur Smith's guy. Cut and dry, simple and plain. He's Arthur Smith's guy. So, I mean, with that being said, it's like, hey, you know, number 2 is, you know, we're number 1 in the division. I know it's still early, but, you know, they saying that Marcus Mariota, his whole thing is that he hasn't played in 2 years, so he's still catching up with the speed of the game. Coach Ramel says, Coach, he on that moonshine heavy. he said you didn't say that earlier, Coach. My bad, Coach. My bad. Oh, Coach need a new prescription for glasses. My bad. D. Coleman says 1.5 Ritter was a better passer, but I don't know about the better quarterback. Okay. And I understand what you're saying, because that statement speaks volumes, Coach. Nathan Floyd says, would you trade a 2nd round pick for Bradley Chubb from Denver? No, I don't think I would. I'd rather wait to see, because he's going to be a free agent sooner or later. Sooner or later, if we're legit, if the Falcons are who they need to be moving forward, you know, he'll want to come here. So I don't see why we just don't make this team appealing enough for him to want to come home and win for his city and for his state. You know, Brandon Levy said Marcus Mariota is also a veteran. That's true. That, you know, that's a whole nother situation. D. Coleman says we never saw any violence from Marlon Tragic. Fire Lab Studios, he says, come on, guys. Marcus Mariota only played a couple of downs, and he completed his passes. Also, only went 3 and out one time, and the offense scored 4 or 5 possessions he was in as quarterback. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, bro. I see what you're saying, but think about it. It's like, I know if you just watch it, because we all know the old saying, stats they don't tell the full story. But you go back and watch it, it's like he just didn't look like he had control of the offense. Yeah, he completed some passes, but he looked like he looked jittery. He looked like he didn't have control of the offense like a Desmond Ridder did. Whenever I look at my quarterback, I want my quarterback to look, calm, relaxed. Like, hey, this is what we're gonna do, guys. It's like if that first look wasn't there from Marcus Mariota, he took off running. Like you go back and look at those playoff games, he was running all over the field, looking all panicked and putting the ball in jeopardy when he didn't need to. I'm just saying. Brandon Levy said we should have drafted Creed Humphrey, Bo. You remember my mock draft, Bo? You remember who I took? Second round, Creed Humphrey out of Oklahoma. Oklahoma. I took him. Falcons just didn't. It's that TAC 2.0. Talk about Marlon Davis. TAC 2.0. Amani says, I'm a Panthers fan, but I enjoy watching your man. Look, thank you so much, Amani. I definitely appreciate that, Coach. Much love to you. Much love to you. I would say good luck to your Panthers, but look, we got to play y'all tomorrow. So. Well, much love to you, Amani. Welcome to the chat, family. But yeah, I really feel like it's a I feel like the Atlanta Falcons have a chance. We got a chance to legitimately make a run. I mean, look, we're already leading the division, and nobody gave us that. Nobody thought that was something that would be possible. So, moving forward, we'll see if we can make it do what it do, baby. I want to go into the NFC South roundtable tomorrow and say, hey, guys, we sitting on, we just trying to be us, do what we got to do. Oh, man, sitting on top of the division. That's what we're going to be doing, bro. Brandy, Dog Child, Mace Kid, Harlem on the rise. You see, Arthur Smith, Marcus Mariota be dancing like this right here. Come on. Like, what's like? Oh, man. Ghost Pepper says, ATLJ faithful. Exactly. Falcons, bro. I could definitely see the Panthers trying to jump on us early and forcing us to play catch up. It's mandatory that we have to be geared and ready to go. Yes. But tell y'all something. As far as this game tomorrow, once again, I go to our safeties. Our safeties are going to have to be on top of it. If they hit these explosive plays downfield on us, and because it all right, the Panthers coach has any sense, he's going to legitimately sit there and say, look, there was a lead that got on them last week. They tried to make a comeback, but they couldn't. We need to make sure that we could get up on them so they don't feel like they could, they could just run the ball consistently. If he watched the game, he'll probably say, look, it don't matter if we got a lead on them, they're still going to try to run the ball. They're still going to try to run the ball. So moving forward, we just want to get up on them and just make them run out of time. But look, it's one of those cases, guys, where we're just going to have to be more balanced. Our defense is going to have to show up and show out. JJ the Great with the Superman chat. He says, stream past 60 likes. Time for that thriller. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom, boom. Y'all know that about that Thriller, bro. Thank you so much, JJ the Great. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. And thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank y'all so much for hitting that like button for us, helping us get pushed in the YouTube algorithm. We definitely appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it, man. Once again, this is the best chat, best stream on YouTube. Everybody tells me all the time, like, hey, coach, how's your coaching staff so fire? They so lit, man. Like, look, man, that's all on them. Everybody that comes to the coaching staff, they bring their own energy. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. ATLGA Faithful says, PJ, he got me feeling uneasy. We usually make them newer quarterbacks look real good. Yeah. I mean, I don't have nothing to combat it, coach. I don't got nothing to combat it. You know, it's one of those things. It is what it is, boy. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, look, like we were saying at the beginning of the show, the Carolina Panthers, I feel like they're our biggest risk for the NFC South crown right now. They got a new coach. They're trying to prove something, you know, and they're legitimately trying to, you know, take things to a whole nother level, and reestablish a new culture. And we don't want to be the team that helps them establish that culture. You know, we want to be a wall. We don't want to be a speed bump. So, you know, we need to just try to go out there and stop them and see what we can get done. Ghost Pepper says, Coach, you killed that Thriller. Hey, bro, you know, I do a little bit of something there now. Oh man. Tremel says, look, man, we're gonna blow these guys out tomorrow. First game, we really blow somebody out. Book it, 100. I want to talk about Tremel. Go ahead and call that thing, Bo. That's that positive affirmation. I love it. Tyler says, even if we do make the playoffs, I don't believe we have the facilities to make a deep run. Still love our team in that position. What do you think, Coach Lowe? Look, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, even if we do make the playoffs, Tyler, and this is what I was saying at the beginning of the show. It's like I at least want to put our guys in that situation. You know, I don't know if you play basketball. You know, you go down to the court or to the park. You know, it's one of those cases where it's like, hey, man, these guys are bigger. Like, these ain't the kids that I was playing with before. I'm playing with grown men now. These guys are bigger. The game is faster. If I come through the lane, I know I'm going to get hit. Whenever they box me out, you know, if I don't stand my ground, I'm going on the ground myself. It's like I want our guys to experience it. So in the future, as we continue to build this team, because once we get in the words of my homeboy ATLGA Faithful, once we get to the playoffs, if we can get to the playoffs, even right now, we're playing with house money, right? Nobody thought we were going to win 3 games. Here we are. So we're playing with house money. So if we could get to the playoffs, I want this young team and these young guys, these young Thundercats to experience it. Because you look at it, AJ Terrell, he never experienced the playoffs before, right? AJ Terrell, Darren Hall, Richie Grant, Jalen Hawkins, all of these guys, Chris Lindstrom, Caleb McGarrett, they've never experienced the playoffs. So if they get there, I want them to see what it feels like. Definitely. ATL says bully ball, said this is it. That's it. That's it. Granddaughter says, Big Low, yes, he got it. The Thriller. And Nathan Floyd, he's completely right. We got to win out the rest of these division games. If we can win those out, we in there like swimwear. JJ the Great says, man, thought Coach Lowe was going to hit that Simone. Oh, man. Captain Omega says, we're going to the bowl, Bo. Hey, look, yeah, it could legitimately happen. We've seen teams, young teams make that run. We've seen teams that a lot of people didn't expect it would happen. They made that run. So yeah, I'm trying to go bowling. I'm trying to go bowling, Bo. Tremel says, prisoners of the moment. The Panthers won last week, but any given Sunday. Says they won't perform like that tomorrow. Book it. Hey, I'm hoping that you're right, Bo. I'm hoping that you're right. I'm hoping that's one of those cases where they come out and they play like the Panthers the weeks before. If they can do that, we good. Coach ATLGA Faithful says, I plan on being first place around 4 o'clock tomorrow. I know you represent at the game tomorrow, Coach. ATL, let's hunt. You already know what time it is, baby. We ready. We ready. I'm finna be there. Look, we in first place now, but I want a bigger gap. I need some room. We in first place in coach. I need to be in first place in first class. I need to be able to stretch my legs out. We need some room. Oh man. Well, look, man, I done took y'all on into Sunday morning. And look, I need to get up early in the morning to get ready to get down here at the Benz because I try to get at the stadium early because I don't like to wait in line to get my food. Old coach ain't VIP yet, so I gotta wait in line. So, it's one of those situations. I like to get there early, so I don't gotta wait in line to get my food, sit down and get everything done that I need to get done. But look, man, definitely appreciate everybody for coming on and chopping it up with us. Much love to the coaching staff and everybody that watch. If you haven't, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Make sure that you hit that like button if you ain't hit it yet. I done did the thriller for y'all and everything. And also make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We would definitely appreciate it. In the meantime, please don't do anything that I would do. You already know what time it is, man. And look, Bo, we ready. You already know. What in the world, Bo?